Once upon a time, in a world not too different from our own, there lived a kind and gentle king named Arin. King Arin ruled over a kingdom called Terra, where the people lived in harmony with nature. The kingdom was abundant with forests, rivers, and wildlife, and the people of Terra respected and protected the natural resources that surrounded them. However, one day, King Arin received a disturbing message from the spirits of the earth. They warned him that the kingdom was in great peril and that unless the people of Terra took immediate action, the land would be destroyed forever. King Arin knew that he had to act quickly to save his kingdom and protect the future generations of Terra. And so, King Arin called forth a council of the wisest and bravest people from his kingdom to discuss what could be done to save the land. Among the council members was a young prince named Callum, who had a special connection with nature and a passion for protecting the environment. The council met for many days, discussing ways to reduce waste, conserve water, and protect the forests. They talked about ways to harness clean energy and reduce their reliance on fossil fuels. Finally, after much discussion and debate, they agreed on a plan to create a network of protected areas across the kingdom, where the wildlife and forests would be protected and preserved. King Arin was pleased with the council's plan, and he immediately set to work, implementing the changes and leading by example. The people of Terra were inspired by their king's commitment to saving the planet and followed his lead, working together to reduce their carbon footprint and live more sustainable lives. And so, the kingdom of Terra prospered, the forests grew tall and strong, the rivers flowed clear and clean, and the wildlife flourished. The spirits of the earth were pleased, and they smiled upon the kingdom, bringing rains and sunshine in just the right amounts. King Arin and the people of Terra were proud of the progress they had made and knew that they still had much work to do, but they were confident that they could protect their kingdom and save the planet. However, not all was well in the world. Far across the mountains, beyond the borders of Terra, there was another kingdom ruled by an evil king named Zarek. King Zarek was greedy and careless, and he had no regard for the environment. He and his subjects cut down the forests, polluted the rivers, and hunted the wildlife to near extinction. The land was dry and barren, and the people of the kingdom were unhappy and unhealthy. One day, King Zarek learned of the success and prosperity of Terra, and he became envious. He decided that he would send his armies to conquer Terra and take its resources for himself. King Arin and the people of Terra were warned of the impending attack and prepared for battle. The two armies met on the field of battle, and a fierce fight ensued. King Arin and his army were outnumbered, but they were brave and determined. They fought for the future of their kingdom and for the protection of the environment. The battle was long and hard, but in the end, King Arin and his army emerged victorious. King Zarek was captured and brought before King Arin, who offered him a choice. He could either renounce his evil ways and live as a captive in Terra, or he could face the consequences of his actions. King Zarek, proud and unrepentant, chose the latter. And so, King Arin banished King Zarek and his army from the kingdom, never to return. The people of Terra rejoiced, knowing that their kingdom was safe and that their way of life would continue. However, King Arin and the council knew that they could not simply sit back and relax. They realized that the battle to save the planet was far from over, and that there were still many challenges ahead. And so, they continued to work together, leading by example and spreading their message of environmental protection to the world. Despite their victory, King Arin and the people of Terra knew that they could not rest on their laurels. They knew that they needed to spread their message of environmental protection beyond their borders and inspire others to join their cause. And so, King Arin sent his son, Prince Callum, on a journey to visit the neighboring kingdoms and spread the word of Terra's success and the importance of protecting the environment. Prince Callum was a natural leader, and he was well loved by the people of Terra. He was also a skilled diplomat, and he was confident that he could inspire the other kingdoms to join their cause. Prince Callum traveled far and wide, visiting many different lands and talking to many different people. Some were receptive to his message and were inspired to make changes in their own kingdoms, while others were resistant to change. But Prince Callum never lost heart, and he continued to spread his message of environmental protection, always seeking to inspire others to join their cause. As he traveled, Prince Callum also encountered many challenges, from harsh weather and treacherous terrain to hostile armies and dangerous beasts. But he was always steadfast and unwavering in his mission, and he eventually succeeded in his quest. Part by part, kingdom by kingdom, the message of Terra spread across the land, and more people became inspired to join the cause of environmental protection. And as the movement grew, the world began to change, becoming a greener, cleaner, and more prosperous place. One day, a powerful sorcerer named Morgoth appeared on the scene, claiming to have the solution to all of the world's problems. He offered to use his magic to fix the climate, restore the land, and bring prosperity to all. King Arin and Prince Callum were initially skeptical, but they decided to hear him out. Morgoth demonstrated his incredible powers, and King Arin and Prince Callum were amazed by what they saw. They began to believe that Morgoth could indeed solve all of the world's problems, and they agreed to work with him. But as time went on, Morgoth's true intentions became clear. He was not working to protect the planet, but rather to control it. He had gained the trust of King Arin and Prince Callum, and he used his magic to enslave the Guardians and bend them to his will. With the Guardians under his control, Morgoth was able to manipulate the weather, control the land, and bring about disaster and destruction. The once beautiful world was plunged into darkness and chaos, and the people of Terra were powerless to stop him. King Arin and Prince Callum were horrified by what had happened, and they knew that they had to do something to stop Morgoth and save the planet. They called upon the people of Terra to join them in a final battle against Morgoth and his minions. King Arin and Prince Callum rallied the people of Terra to their cause, and together they marched towards the final battle against Morgoth and his minions. It was a long and difficult battle, but in the end, the forces of good emerged victorious. Morgoth was defeated, and the Guardians were freed from his control. With the help of the Guardians, King Arin and Prince Callum were able to heal the land, restore the weather, and bring light back to the world. And as the years went by, the world continued to thrive, with people living in harmony with nature and leaving a better world for future generations. And so, the Kingdom of Terra remained a beacon of hope, a shining example of what was possible when people came together to protect the planet.